بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. So my brothers, the life of youth, sometimes we face difficulties. If you tell our parents that I'm going through depression and I'm going through some difficulties, your parents they don't really care too much because their difficulties were way greater than our difficulties. Their depressions were greater than our depression. But still, in this day and age, kids they go through depression, they go through anxiety, hardships, in terms of like physical hardships as well, and spiritual hardships. They take a hit on their deen because of the fitna that we live in terms of high school, middle school, whatever it is, college. The fitna that we face, and it hurts our deen sometimes. And spiritually we're defeated. And you know how they say, yawmun lana wa yawmun alayna. Some days are for us, some days are against us. And there are just some days that we just feel beaten. We feel the worst. We hit like a spiritual low. That we feel like, man, I feel like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive me. Or I feel like, man, I'm not doing so much to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we hit like a spiritual low and we feel that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mad at me. Everything is going wrong in my life. I feel hopeless. If we look at Surah Duha, subhanallah, very beautiful surah. Many imams, they read the surah in Surah Salat al-Maghrib, Surah al-Duha, wal-Duha. The backstory of Surah Duha, mostly you guys know, but there was a time where revelation had stopped. Revelation had stopped coming to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he began to ponder, did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mad at me? We sometimes think like this, that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mad at me? Because we know ourselves what we did. We know what we did. And we have that thinking that, because I probably did this and I probably did that. I did this sin or I did that sin. That's why probably Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mad at me. That's why I'm probably going through this difficulty right now. But the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is ma'soom. He didn't do anything wrong. But still in the back of his head, he's thinking that, what did I do? What did I do that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not giving wahi anymore? He's not revealing anything to me anymore. So the rumor started to spread amongst the Makkans, amongst the mushrikun. They started to say, وَدَّعَهُ رَبُّهُ وَقَلَى, that his Lord has left him. His Lord is angry at him. The wife of Abu Jahl, I think it was Abu Lahab, she started to mock the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That you used to say that Allah said this, Allah said that. You used to bring these ayats of the Quran and you say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. You used to talk about Allah so much. Now where is your Lord? Where is your Lord now? You used to talk big that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is dead, He's that, He's that. Now where is He? Your Lord has left you. Your Lord is angry at you. So it hurts, yes. Because he's from Makkah, isn't he? Born and raised in Makkah. His people. So it hurts when someone talks like this. But you know what? It hurts even more when someone close to you, like your wife or your brothers and sisters, they say something. There was a person, he was going to be assassinated. He did something wrong. He was going to be assassinated, so they started to pelt stones at him while he was going. And every single stone that was pelted at him, he didn't even say anything. He didn't say, oof. He didn't say nothing. until one of his relatives as well took a stone and threw it at him. And then he said, ouch. And then they asked him that, you were being pelted by so many people. You were being pelted by so many people. Rather, you didn't even say anything. You didn't even say oof. But when this person, he threw a pebble at you, you said oof. Why is that? And then he said that, these people that threw rocks at me, they didn't know me. I didn't know them, they didn't know me. But that one person who threw a rock at me, he's my own. He's my relative. And it hurt me that he's the one who threw a rock at me. So everyone started to say rumors about the Prophet ﷺ until the wife of Rasulullah ﷺ, Khadija radiallahu anha, she started to say that, are you sure that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not mad? Are you sure that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not mad at you? Are you sure that nothing's wrong? So this hurt the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, went right in his heart, like a dagger. Because if someone else says it, it's fine. But when a loved one says something, it hurts. It goes straight. And the Prophet sallallahu, and then Surah Duha revealed. Now, keep in mind that there are some prophets that Jibreel alayhi salam came once. There are some prophets Jibreel alayhi salam came 10, 20, 30, 40, 23 times. Jibreel alayhi salam came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam 24,000 times. 24,000 times. Imagine the status. So when the wahi was cut off, the Prophet ﷺ started to think, what's going on? And the way that this surah was revealed, there is a lahja to it. There is a rhythm to the surah. There is a tone of how the surah was revealed. Now, imagine your friend. Imagine I said something to him, or rumors started spreading that I said something bad to, what's your name? Mubin? Musab. So imagine I said something bad about Musab. Rumors started to spread. And Musab came to know about these rumors that Makin said something about Musab. And I also heard about this rumor. What will be the first thing I do? I will run to Mus'ab, my friend. I will run to him and try to clear this matter, this rumor. I would go to Mus'ab and I would run to Mus'ab and I would say, Mus'ab, whatever you heard is totally not true. I will go to you and I'll be saying that this is not true. Whatever you heard is not true. I swear to God, I swear by this, I swear by that I have not said anything. And there would be like an isti'jal in my voice. There would be a hurriness in my voice. I would come running to Mus'ab. I would come into him and say, Mus'ab, whatever you heard was not true. I promise, I swear to God that everything that you heard is not true. This is the type of lahja, this is the type of tone that this surah was revealed in. Jibreel alayhi salam comes quickly, swiftly. وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. This is how the tone, the rhythm that this surah was revealed in. وَالضُّحَى. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swears. Like how I would swear to Mus'ab that I swear to God that I didn't do this. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes a qasam. Shows what? Importance. وَالضُّحَى. I swear by the radiance of the morning time. Morning time shows what? It's a new day. Showing optimism. It's a new day. وَالضُّحَى. When it comes morning time means good. Radiance. New day. Forget about whatever happened in the past. It's a new day now. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى. And I swear by the night that covers. Night is also what? Sakina, calm. It's a time of calmness, everybody's sleeping. Optimism again. And there are some mufassirun, they do tafsir of these ayat, They do tarjama of these ayats. Imam Razi, rahimahullah, he does tafsir of this ayah, وَالضُّحَى. Teri roshan chehre ki qasam. Subhanallah. He says that I swear by the radiance of your face. Look how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing qasam. I swear by the radiance of your face. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى. Teri siyaha zulfe ki qasam. And I swear by the lush black forelocks of your hair. مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. Your Lord has definitely not abandoned you. Your Lord is not angry at you. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is soothing the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going through anxiety and depression. That how is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not speaking to me anymore? The revelation was cut. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hikmah, why He cut it off. Is He decides whatever He decides. Right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes rushing. Look at how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants to please the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. That this dunya is not for you, Ya Rasulullah. This dunya is not for you. Rather, akhirah is for you. Whatever happened here, let it happen. The future, look towards the future. Always optimism. What are we learning from this? Look towards the bright side. Always optimism. Don't be pessimistic. Optimistic. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you. What will He give us? What will He give him? The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Shafa'atul kubra. The intercession. And many other things. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. Subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to please the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, how can I be mad at you? How can I leave you? I made this whole world for you. I made this whole sharia for you. I can get mad at you? I can leave you? How is that so? I can leave everybody else. I can't leave you. How can I leave you? فَتَرْضَى. You will be pleased. فَلَنُوَلِّيَنَّكَ قِبْلَةً تَرْضَاهَا. We will change the direction of the qibla so you may be pleased. Everybody in this world is working to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has one mindset, and He's thinking of pleasing the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look how He's doing tasliyah, how He's comforting the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now my brothers and sisters, no sisters here, right? Right, Joseph? No sisters, I'm pretty sure. Mine is 2024 though, right? Astaghfirullah.
If somebody plays for both the teams, his sister?
Huh? We have a special place for them. Huh? We have a special place. Musab, he knows.
What?
That's crazy.
No. So everyone is trying to please Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking to please the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is comforting the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Comforting the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam because he was going through severe depression, severe anxiety. His depression and anxiety was up there. No match for our anxiety, jazakumullah. No match for our anxiety. What anxiety and depression do we go through? What hardships do we go through? Compared to the hardships and trials and tribulations the Prophet ﷺ faced. We look at the surah, and the surah, we look at it and it's towards the Prophet ﷺ, directed towards the Prophet ﷺ. But every single Muslim being has a share in this surah. So whatever we're going through, whatever hardships we're going through in terms of our deed, in dunya, whatever it is, remember this surah. Remember this surah, that we also have a part in this surah. Now if you look at it through these lens, you're never alone. You feel like you're alone in this world. You feel like you can't tell anybody anything about your problems, whatever you're going through. Just remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with us. Why? مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. Sahih? There's a tongue twister. That your Lord has not left you. Your Lord is not angry at you. So whenever you're going through, and whenever the Imam he reads this surah, remember these things. And you will never feel alone. Your anxiety, your depressions, just like how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removed the depression and anxiety of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Inshallah. So whenever this surah is revealed, whatever the surah is recited, remember everything we spoke about today. All the points that we spoke about today. And remember that you're never alone. You're never fighting alone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with us. The surah, it may be directed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but we all have a share in this surah. Inshallah. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the understanding.